I mean, it's a stupid little prank.
That's what I love about it. It's so simple, and yet you have these fully grown men who play hockey for a living and are there to represent the best of their country, just giddy. Do you have any reasons why that might be? Why do hockey players, for example, have such a sense of humor, more so than most people in your life, like your friends and family? And we'll name them by name in a little bit.
Well, you know what? It's the culture that they grow up in. You know, they spend so much time on the road together, and it all starts with the pranks and the punking people. And
an Ashton Kutcher throwback. I like that, yeah.
Because it's a serious business.
Yes.
I mean, they're on the ice, it's serious, and then they get off the ice and they want to break.
It's the only way to let loose. Now, you mentioned their friend of the show, Brad Jansen, who's been on this twice as well. Also some great episodes in his own right. You've had some of these specific experiences with him. Do you have any that come to mind that may...
Well, you gave me, 20 minutes to think of some stories. I think the topics today should be funny stories.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yes, sometimes we fly by the seat of our pants here.
No, we've got so much to talk about. You can give me any topic.
Well,
and we can talk forever.
You're such a gifted orator. I just assumed that you'd be able to pick it up.
After my son. So Brad is hilarious, and I think that we were down in Salt Lake City to watch the Olympics. Now, this is when I started traveling everywhere to follow the guys that we were working with in that. And he had introduced me to Wayne. So Wayne was GM for the team at the time. So we're all in Salt Lake City together, and you know you're going to have some fun. Like, put yourself in the right place and shit's going to happen, right? So one night prior to one of the games, or a few nights before the game, so we're out in a bar. I think we had a couple of players. I don't remember exactly who, because Brad always had an entourage of players with him that want to hang out.
Here's the funny thing about Brad Jansen that we should say is, while most people who are in a situation like that will seek the players out, the players will seek out Brad Jansen because they know he's going to...
What's up tonight? Where are you going?
Exactly.
We're going to have some fun. So it was an off day for the players, and we had a couple of, I think Tom Bitove was there, a couple of player reps from Nike. Mm-hmm. I think they were sponsoring the thing at that time.
I believe they did the jerseys that year, right?
I think Vinny Gomes from who ended up in Nike Golf, but he was with them. So we're all there just having a few pops.
Yep.
The bar that we were in was so jammed up. There were no tables and no room at the bar. So we found a place in a hallway, or not a hallway, but in the middle of the bar, which was at the bottom of a set of stairs that came down from the second floor, which was also jammed. And the stairs came down about halfway, had a platform, and then they went 90 degrees to the rest of the way. And we're standing right in front of that 90-degree turn, which is about eye height.
Okay.
So we're having a few drinks, and it got kind of crazy. And Brad says, "Want to see something funny?" And what are you talking about? He said, "Who's got a shoelace?" Because half of us were wearing loafers.
Okay, of course.
Right? So one guy has a shoelace. I think I did. I'm not giving it to Brad because I know I'm never going to end up with it back, and I'm going to walk around without a shoelace. But another guy was stupid enough to give it to him. So he gives him a shoelace, and he goes to the bar, and he gets a piece of tape.
Right.
He says, "Who's got a dollar bill?" So I give him a dollar bill because I can afford that. And he puts the tape to the dollar bill in the shoelace. And for about a half an hour after, he had us in stitches howling, because what he did was he hid below the stairwell with a long shoelace and a dollar bill on the platform. And every time somebody walked down the stairs, they'd see the dollar bill.
Of course.
And then as soon as he knew that they were going to reach down and pick it up, he would pull it away. And the person looked so stupid
and embarrassed
that they would reach down to get this dollar bill. Who's not going to pick up a dollar bill?
Now imagine the icing on the cake in that story is, imagine you're embarrassed. You hear a room full of people laughing at you because the crowd is starting to surround you guys, knowing that another person's going to come down, and you look, and there are players from Team Canada laughing at you for bending over trying to get a $1 bill.
Now, I don't know whether they recognized them or not. Most likely they did, because it was like one of those bars that we all hang out in. And so I go, you know what? We just were in stitches the whole time. He did this for about a half an hour. There were people that were ready to fight until they saw who they were going to have to fight.
Exactly, yeah.
There was other people that laughed with us. but the looks on their faces. I mean, it's a stupid little prank.
That's what I love about it. It's so simple, and yet you have these fully grown men who play hockey for a living and are there to represent the best of their country, just giddy over the fact that someone has bent over to get a $1 bill and misses it. Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Sign Off, a Frameworth podcast. Just a reminder that we have full episodes of the Sign Off available wherever you get your podcasts, on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more. Make sure to like and subscribe on whichever platform you use. You can find us on Twitter at Frameworth Sport or on Instagram at Frameworth Sports. And hey, if you're not sick of me yet, you can find me on Twitter at Retrograde Mikey. Finally, feel free to send us emails with your questions you want us to answer on the show, and we may feature you live. You can do that by sending your emails to signoffpod@frameworth.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you with a new episode every single Thursday.